The Golden State Warriors are on fire, going 8-1 since the arrival of Jimmy Butler. And right at the center of it all, Steph Curry, silencing every critic with his play. There are three big reasons Butler has helped elevate this squad, but even with the momentum, there's still one major obstacle ahead that could shape the rest of their season. Let's talk about the statement Curry just made. After people questioned whether he even deserved to be an All-Star this year, he clapped back in the loudest way possible. On the road in Orlando, Steph dropped a jaw-dropping 56 points on just 25 shots. That third quarter, a personal highlight. Real. He lit up the floor with 22 points in that stretch alone. It felt like every shot was automatic. Even with Jimmy Butler having a rough night, just 5 points on 14% shooting, and the Warriors trailing by 14 at halftime, Steph didn't blink. He put the team squarely on his shoulders and led the comeback. He's still the heartbeat of this offense, and this performance was undeniable proof. With just a bit of help to shake off double teams, Curry can still dominate anyone in the league. Since Jimmy Butler joined the Golden State Warriors, this team has taken off, climbing from 10th to 6th in the Western Conference standings. And Steph Curry? He's been playing out of his mind. Over that stretch, Curry is averaging 30.4 points, 6.2 assists, and a steal per game, while putting up jaw-dropping shooting splits. 51% from the field, 42% from three, and 90% from the line. At 36 years old, he's not just keeping up, he's reaching historic efficiency. That's 50-40-90 territory while dropping 30 a night. Unreal. To put it in perspective, before the Butler trade, Steph was averaging just 22 points a game on 43-38-94 shooting. The shift has been dramatic. It's clear that Butler's presence has unlocked something in Curry, bringing back the MVP-level version we all know. But here's the twist. Despite Steph's incredible run, Jimmy Butler might actually be the most important piece for Golden State moving forward. Why? He's brought 3 game-changing upgrades to this team, and it all starts with how he stabilized the bench. In past seasons, the Warriors had one glaring weakness: the non-Curry minutes. The moment Steph sat down, the offense collapsed. No structure, no rhythm, no reliable scoring threat, and leads would vanish in an instant. But now, that's changed in a big way. With Jimmy Butler running the show during those stretches, Golden State isn't just staying afloat, they're thriving. Butler brings stability, leadership, and a calm command of the offense. Instead of desperately holding the line, the bench unit is maintaining control or even stretching the lead, giving Steph the cushion he needs to dominate when he checks back in. Want proof? Just look at the game against the Sixers. Butler was sidelined, and the old struggles came roaring back. In the 36 minutes Steph played, the Warriors were +2, but in the 12 minutes he sat, a brutal 19. That contrast says everything. This is exactly why Butler was brought in. His presence changes the DNA of this team, and that's just the beginning. The second reason Butler has been a game-changer: his elite ability to get to the free throw line. Jimmy Butler has become the perfect complement to this Warriors squad, essentially stepping into the old Andre Iguodala role, but with a far more dangerous offensive toolkit. And one of his most underrated weapons: getting to the free throw line. Since joining Golden State, Butler is averaging a whopping 9.2 free throw attempts per game. That's not just padding the scoreboard, it's a tactical advantage. Every time he steps to the stripe, it slows the game down. Those 30 to 60 seconds between plays give his teammates a crucial breather, even while the clock is running. For guys like Curry and Draymond, it means a moment to recharge, reset, and refocus without having to sprint baseline to baseline. This kind of pacing can be the difference between a fourth-quarter fade and a fourth-quarter takeover. Butler isn't just scoring, he's managing the tempo, preserving legs, and helping the Warriors play smarter basketball. And that brings us to the third major way he's elevated this team. Let me know when you're ready for the next section. Has filled that void in a big way. Butler's ability to read the game, make smart decisions, and deliver timely passes has opened up a whole new dimension for the Warriors' offense. He doesn't just score, he sets the table. His presence at the top of the key allows Curry to roam freely, slicing through defenses with off-ball cuts and relocation threes that were once staples of Golden State's most dangerous lineups. While Wiggins brought athleticism and defense, he lacked the instinctual playmaking that unlocks the full chaos of the Warriors' system. Butler brings both the basketball IQ and the unselfishness to keep the offense flowing. Even when Curry doesn't have the ball in his hands, add in his leadership and defensive grit, and Butler has become the stabilizing force this team didn't. No, it desperately needed. But even with all these upgrades, there's still one major hurdle the Warriors need to clear, and it could be the defining challenge of their season. Ready for that next part? That could make or break their playoff run. Health. Steph Curry is 36. Draymond Green has dealt with both injuries and suspensions. Klay Thompson, while still a sniper, has battled through years of wear and tear. And now, Jimmy Butler, known for his relentless two-way play, is being asked to take on a heavy workload in a new system. At 35 years old, the question isn't about talent anymore. The Warriors have proven they can beat anyone when their core is clicking. The real concern is durability. Can this aging roster stay healthy and cohesive deep into a playoff run? In a stacked Western Conference filled with younger, more athletic teams, Golden State's championship hopes hinge on more than just strategy or star power. It's about whether their bodies can hold up game after game, round after round. If they can manage minutes wisely, stay fresh, and avoid key injuries, they're a dark horse no one will want to face in the playoffs. But if the wear and tear catches up to them, this promising resurgence might fizzle out before they reach the finish line. What do you think? Can the Warriors stay healthy enough to make another title run? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Let's Talk Hoops has been playing with renewed purpose, tighter rotations, and playoff-level intensity. That raises a big question. Where does Jonathan Kuminga fit now? Kuminga's athleticism, slashing ability, and defensive upside are still invaluable. But he's coming back into a team that's found a new identity, one centered around veteran savvy and structured roles. For Kuminga, this is both a challenge and an opportunity. If he can reassert himself, embracing a role where he defends, runs the floor, and finishes efficiently, he could be the X factor that takes the Warriors from playoff hopefuls to true contenders. He doesn't need to be the second or third option anymore. He just needs to be impactful in his minutes, offering explosive energy off the bench or plugging in alongside veterans when needed. But if he struggles to find his place or doesn't buy into the system, the Warriors may have a tough decision ahead this summer. Remember, Kuminga will be a restricted free agent, and with other teams likely to throw offers his way, the Warriors will need to decide. Is he part of their future, or a trade chip to keep the window open? Either way, his return isn't just a subplot, it's one of the most important storylines to watch as the Warriors chase postseason glory. What's your take? Can Kuminga carve out a key role in this new-look Warriors squad, or will Butler's arrival push him to the sidelines? Let us know in the comments. Looks a lot like what Butler brings to the table. Controlled aggression, smart reads, and physical finishes at the rim. If Kuminga can absorb that model, playing within the system, making decisive cuts, and defending with intensity, he could be a perfect complement to the Warriors' current core. But the margin for error is slim. Golden State isn't experimenting anymore. They're in win-now mode, and Kerr can't afford extended minutes for players still trying to find their groove. That means Kuminga's leash will be shorter than before. Every possession has to count. This is where mental growth becomes just as important as physical ability. Kuminga has all the tools, elite athleticism, defensive potential, and flashes of offensive brilliance. But now, more than ever, he needs to prove he can bring consistent impact without forcing things, and that he's ready to help, not hinder, a team chasing a deep playoff run. His minutes might be down at first. His role might shift. But if he buys in, adapts quickly, and mirrors Butler's poise and purpose, Kuminga could still be the final piece that puts the Warriors over the top. Do you think Kuminga will rise to the challenge, or will this team's new identity leave him behind? Sound off in the comments, and locking in defensively, he might just be that piece. The Warriors don't need him to be a star. They need him to be disciplined, disruptive, and decisive. That means bringing energy on defense, making the right reads on offense, and finishing plays without overcomplicating things. It means doing the dirty work, absorbing contact, sprinting the floor, and staying locked into team principles. Kerr sees the potential. The front office knows what's at stake with Kuminga's pending extension. And JK himself? He's proven before that when given trust and opportunity, he rises to the moment. This isn't just about a return from injury. It's about proving he belongs on a team that's trying to win a title now. Because if Kuminga locks in and embraces his role, the Warriors don't just get a young player back, they get an X factor. A slashing, switchable, two-way force who can flip matchups and bring the kind of juice they'll need against the elite wings and forwards in the Western Conference. It's a test for everyone, JK, Kerr, the veterans. But if they all get it, right? This version of the Warriors might be even more dangerous than we thought. What do you think? Can Kuminga become the missing piece? Or will the team's chemistry without him make his road back too steep? Drop your thoughts below.